Hello there. Today we're talking holiday pickups 2024. Yes, hello and welcome back to the channel. So I've been away for a while. I have been on vacation. I have been to the UK. I've also been to Austria and Germany. All very exciting stuff. And whilst on my vacation, I have managed to add to my collection. As you can see before you, three wonderful things. We have a Galoob Hannibal Smith. We have the Hasbro G.I. Joe Thunder Machine, and this rather sexy Corgi Buck Rogers Starfighter. Now, I do have a few other things that I've picked up that I would like to show you today. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at every item individually, find out the little story behind it, where I got it from, why I got it, and was it really worth me getting it? Now, let's get into it. Okay, going to start with this one. This is the Thunder Machine, the Dreadnoks Thunder Machine from the Hasbro G.I. Joe range. Now, this one did belong to my brother. It's got a bit of an interesting story, this one. It was my brother's. He gave it to me. I put it in my collection. So if you see my first ever collection video, if you go to my channel and check that out, you will see that this is sitting in my collection then. But then my brother was thinking of making his own collection, so I gave it back to him. It ended up sitting in my parents' attic for just over a year. So it was obvious my brother was not going to do anything with it. I asked him if I could have it back. He said sure. So yeah, I got it back. And it's a really good example of one. My brother does not know what he is giving away here. The only little bit of damage I can see is on the front here. You can just see, if we take this off, this is just snapped off here, but that's okay. That's fine. I'll put that back on in a minute. There is also a bit of a dent here. I'm not sure. It looks like it's molded, so that's probably part of the vehicle design. I will probably do a video about this and the other Dreadnoks that I've got in my collection, so I'm not going to linger too much on it today. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see a Dreadnok video. Here's the guy. I can't remember his name, but he does look like Mel Gibson's Mad Max, just with more green in his hair. It's in really good condition. Have his weapon also. I have to stick it in here because he can't hold it, and I'm scared to force it into his hand in case his hand breaks. Right, okay, so Thunder Machine. Next up, we have this from the Smurfs. I believe this was also my brother's, and I found it also in my parents' attic along with the Thunder Machine. I have absolutely no memory of owning this. I do have a few Smurfs that I do have memory of, but this thing was a complete surprise when I found it. But it's not a bad little Land Rover. It's a bit pink. Nothing wrong with that. The SAS used pink Land Rovers in the desert, makes them disappear. Not sure that these Smurfs are going to go raiding any Nazi airfields, Luftwaffe airfields. I think it's missing a few bits in the back. I can see a few peg holes with nothing in. But I do have the two Smurfs that go along in it. I think they're twins. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I have noticed that there is one design fault in this vehicle. If you put this up like this, they can't see out of the window. But okay, not a problem, I guess. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. It's probably going to end up with my other Smurfs in a box, and then my kids can deal with it when I die. Right, okay, next. And now on to that sexy Buck Rogers Corgi Starfighter. Corgi Buck Rogers Starfighter. Get it the right way around, Simon. Now, this is a toy that I always wanted as a kid, and in fact, I do have the Corgi Junior's version of it, but I never had this one. I picked this up from Ram Collectibles in Herne Bay in Kent, and it all works. Boo! It was a little bit dirty, as you can see from this photo, but cleaning it up with an electric toothbrush and it came up quite nice. It's got a few paint chips in it, that's fine. One of the engines, one of the rockets at the back here, this one, is a little bit loose and does have a crack in it. But again, it's fine. It's fine for display purposes. I'm also noticing there's a little bit of dust in there. I have not cleaned it properly. Somebody take away my cleaning diploma. I have not earned it on this one. So yeah, there we go. Not really much else to say about it. It's missing the rockets. It was fairly cheap. I think I paid about 10 or 15 pounds for it. I can't quite remember. It's missing the rockets. I'll probably see if I can get some new rockets for it, but other than that, it's quite nice. Doesn't have the, I believe originally it would have come with some figures, which obviously I don't have, but that's okay for the way that I've got it displayed, and maybe I can find the figures online somewhere and get those later. So there we go, a little bit of Buck Rogers. And while at Ram Collectibles, I managed to pick up this James Bond, The Spy Who Loved Me, Stromberg helicopter, which is something that I have been after for a long time. Now, I may do a video about this one later, so I'm not going to spend too much time looking at it, but it did come complete with the rockets and everything works, as I found out in the shop when I accidentally shot one across the shop. Came at a good price, being complete and pretty much in mint condition. Just a little bit of damage here on the rear fin. Probably could do with a bit of a cleanup also. So there we go. Whee! The Corgi James Bond Spy Who Loved Me Stromberg helicopter. And now look at this guy, Hannibal Smith, the last Galoob figure that I needed for my collection. I will be doing a complete Galoob 18 video now that I have all the figures. I've just ordered the toolbox for my BA Baracus figure, so once that comes in I'll start making that video. Now this guy was labeled as complete when I bought him, and I think I probably overpaid by at least £10 for the figure, and then when I checked later I found out he wasn't complete. So the lesson I have learned is not to get excited when buying something, and to always check when someone says it's complete, because this one was missing the backpack straps. Now obviously that's not a problem because he's wearing his backpack, and it's not a problem because I already had a spare strap, backpack strap thing, so I wasn't too worried. But yeah, the thing that really annoys me is paying that little bit extra to get a complete figure and him not actually being complete. Okay, it happens. I should have been more awake at the time. But he does have his belt, which is in really good condition. He has his gun with the strap, which is really good. Obviously the backpack, and he has the M60 with the bullet belt to go into it. And he's also in pretty good condition. Just a little bit of paint scuffing on his sneaker, trainer, and a little bit here on his legs. But other than that, he is in very good condition. He's not sticky at all. So yes, I'm pleased that I've got him, obviously, because I needed him to make my collection complete. But I maybe should have wrangled a bit more money off. So there you go, folks. Lessons learned. Don't get excited, and always check and try and get a little bit of money off. Okay, let's move on to the next item. And the next item is this. Now, this is the one thing that my kids and my wife were very confused as to why I had to buy this. Now, whilst we were there at Ram Collectibles, I saw this behind the counter, and actually for a very good price. I paid £15 for these, and they're full in their packaging. The packaging has gone a bit yellow, but that's fine because I just love this picture. That sort of cartoon style A-Team. The bullet holes here. I mean, this is pure 80s nostalgia for me. And you can see each marble, they're character marbles. So each one should have a face on it. Well, that one definitely has a face on it. And that one just says the A-Team, and this one's Mr. T. Now, the other reason why I bought these is because I actually had this set, this exact set of marbles when I was a kid. I have no idea where they are now. It is actually something I could look for next time I'm in England to see if my parents still have my old marbles. Oh, I've lost my marbles. Yeah, there you go. And they do look very good at the back of the collection. So there you go. 18 marbles. What do you think of those, folks? The next thing on the list is this Corgi Junior's 66 Batmobile, which is pretty damn cool. I had one of these when I was a kid, and I don't know what happened to it. Now, I picked this up for £5 from a second-hand store. £5. I don't know if that was too much really for this, but I saw one for €2 earlier on this year, and I was kicking myself for not buying it. But that was really battered. That had hardly any paint left on it. This one does have a little bit of battle damage, but other than that, you know, I kind of like it. It means it's been played with, and it still has the Batman figure inside. Now, this is one of the newer versions with the plastic bottom on it. When I had the one that I was looking at earlier this year, that had the original die-cast bottom on it with Batman written on it. I did have, when I was younger, I had the bigger version of this, and I had the Batboat as well. Those are two things that I'm still looking for. I did see one when I was in England. They wanted £100 for it. It was far too much. Last year I saw one. It was £50 complete with the Batman and the Robin figures and the Batboat and the trailer, and I left it there. Oh man, kicking myself for that. But there you go. Some you win, some you lose. And you know, if you buy everything in one go, it doesn't leave you any goals for the future, does it? I suppose. So there you go. Corgi Junior's Batmobile. Now, the last thing on the pickup list is this box of die-cast Corgi Matchbox, and maybe possibly some Hot Wheels as well. Now, this lot are all my childhood toy cars. There were more in this box. Actually, I'm seeing something else in here. Fraggle Rock. Yeah, this was a box of cars that basically obviously were mine when I was a kid. Some of them may be my brother's. There was more in here, but to get them home, I didn't have room for it. So I pulled out all the ones that I didn't feel like I had a connection with, or that were just a bit too busted up. And I donated them all to charity. I'm not going to go through them all right now. I might take a look at a few of the best ones. And then if you want to see a video about these die-cast toys, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll go through them a little bit individually. Right, okay, let's have a quick look at the best of the bunch. Now, I've picked out 5 of the vehicles that were in that box. I'm trying not to turn this thing too fast, otherwise they do all roll off the turny table thing. So now let's have a look at this one in the middle, which probably grabbed people's attention. Yes, this is the Corgi Superman van, and as you can see, it has had a hard life. I actually think I bought this second-hand at a boot fair many years ago, and it is absolutely battered. I'm not even sure if I'm going to keep this. The back doors don't open anymore. They're bent anyway. Oh, that one opens, but this one doesn't. There's a bit of black tape in there. So I'm not really sure. I mean, I might try and drill the rivets out, pull it all to pieces and give it a little bit of a restoration. The stickers are absolutely bollocksed. That's a technical term, by the way. And I don't know if I can get new stickers for it or whether it would be worth it. Nostalgia value, a little bit. And as I am trying to collect all the Corgi DC stuff, yeah. Let me know in the comments what you think that I should do with that. Now, these two at the front, Matchbox laser wheels. This one was mine, the Ferrari Testarossa, and this one, the Corgi C4, I believe. What's it say underneath? Can't see. Yeah, it just says Chevrolet. It's Corvette. I'm sure it's a C4. This one was my brother's. But I kind of like them. This is when Matchbox were doing anything they could to get ahead of the competition. So they made laser wheels. Very exciting stuff. So that's those two. Now here is my Ertl Knight Rider. And as you can see, this has been very well played with. I guess storing your toy cars all in the same box where they can rattle around and get smashed up, then leaving them for, I don't know, 20 odd years in that box until your kids are born, and then giving them to your kids to smash around. Yeah, you get a little bit of play damage, don't you? But this one I am going to keep like this because not only is it a nice reminder of Knight Rider, obviously, but also a reminder that I used to play with my toys. Not everything in your collection has to be 100% perfect. So my original stuff, I do like to keep original. Which brings me back to that van. Don't know what to do with that. Let me know in the comments. And the last thing for today is going to be this Pontiac Firebird. This one is in the Tony the Tiger Frosties decals. I do have two of these. One being mine, one being my brother's. But it's kind of pretty cool. It's not my favorite version of the Pontiac Firebird. I never really liked the front. And they changed the front. The 77 version was much better. But there you go. Everyone's got their own personal preference. And to be fair, if someone gave me one, I wouldn't grumble. Now, okay, there you go. So that's the 5 cars that I found the best from my box of nonsense from childhood. And there we have it. All my holiday pickups from this summer 2024. Crikey. So what did you think of these pickups? What do you think of me marbles? As I say, I will be doing a video about the Dreadnoks and covering the Thunder Machine in that. I have planned an 18 video, so we will be covering more of that. And I'll possibly be doing another Corgi James Bond video to cover this and some other pickups that I've got. Now, what should I do with this? I really don't know. Let me know in the comments. Maybe I could sell it. Let's see if it's worth any money. Do you want it? Let me know. Right, anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please make use of that like button. That's what it's there for. It does help the channel. If you really like the video and you fancy subscribing, I'm not going to stop you. It's a button. It's there. You can press it. That'd be grand. And maybe if you want to check out any of my other videos, well, here's one right here. Now, thanks again for watching. I'll see you on the next one.